Well, hey there folks, and welcome back once again to the Hop House. Thank you very much for joining us. Do me a favour, if you just found us, like, share and subscribe to this channel. It's the Hop House. We like hoppy beer, we like good house music. It's as simple as that. Time for another beer review. It is that time again. We are on Dark Beer Day today because it's really cold outside. We're sort of beginning of Feb. We're actually having a winter. It's really cold. That wind is so bitter outside. So when you get home after a day at work, or when you're on the weekend and you've got a bit of time off and you just think, oh, I need something to warm me up. So that's where the darker side of beers comes in. For me, it's more winter drinks. We've done loads on the channel in terms of hoppy IPAs and pale ales. They're personally my favourites, but dark beer does have its place. So we're going to crack on and we're going to do the last of our Dark Beer Day reviews today. So we've done the Guinness Extra Stout, we looked at the Hobgoblin, the Ruby, the original Hobgoblin, can versus bottle, and we also looked at the fantastic Ossett Brewery, their Yorkshire Treacle, which was a robust stout. It was really nice, even though I spilled half of it all over the floor. Okay, we're going to carry on today with another dark beer. It's another stout. This one is something a little bit special. It's actually really quite... Well, I've had it once before and I remember it being rather nice. So I thought, I've got another can of it and I've saved it for quite some time. And then I thought, you know what? Dark Beer Day, let's get it reviewed for you guys. So what are we looking at today? We're looking at this. It is from Williams Brothers up in Scotland, north of the border. I think they're from Alloa in Scotland. And it is their Chokka Blokka Mocha Stout. Chokka Blokka Mocha Stout. It's a 500ml can again. And it says dark, rich chocolate, and I'm looking for the ABV. Oh, it's 4.8%. So it's just similar to the Yorkshire Treacle, which we had. And it looks like quite similar to New Year. We did the Williams Brothers fantastic Talking Heads American Pale Ale, which had a similar can design. It almost looks like totem pole-y. You know, sort of the Aztec totem poles, Aztec region, Mexico, that kind of thing. But this is called a Chokka Blokka Mocha Stout, dark rich chocolate. It's actually feeling quite chilled, but it's been kept down there where my beer stash is. It's not been in the fridge. So room temperature or cellar-ish temperature, which, to be fair, as much as I say I love my beers in the fridge, dark beers like this, don't stick them in the fridge, or if you do, you know, don't put them in there for too long, take them out. They should be more at roomish temperature. Right then, so that's what we're going to sample today. Where did I get this from? Okay, so I got it from, you can get it directly from Williams Brothers. Go ahead and use the power of Google and check them out. They do have an online shop and you can buy it and you can get it delivered. But it was in, along with the Talking Heads American Pale Ale, it was in Lidl's Craft Beer Festival. So Lidl, you know, they have the middle of Lidl, similar to the, you know, the tat aisle like they do at Aldi. And I think about 3 times a year they actually do a craft beer festival. They tend to have a lot of Scottish brewers, to be honest. And this has been in the last, I think, 2 or 3 of the beer festivals. So comes out about £1.70 a can, I think, 169, 179, something like that. But it is a 500ml can, not a 440ml. Ace. Right, let's go ahead and get it into the glass and check out the appearance. See if it looks like a Chokka Blokka Stout, whatever that looks like. Again, when I opened up the can, there was a little bit of escape of carbonation. So a little bit of steam rose out, or smoke, or whatever you want to call it. There are other people that call it different things. Now then, this doesn't seem to have much of a head, does it? Not much of a head at all. Let's hold it up to the glass so you've got a tiny little bit of a head. It is quite hissy. It seemed quite fizzy when I poured it. It is quite hissy, but yeah, not much of a head on there. Again, it's really dark. If I hold it up to the light, yeah, it is proper like black dark stout. There's no light bleeding through, but the head has gone. And I can't even blame it on the glass, right? The Purity beer glass, because this is my Hobgoblin glass. So the head's not stuck around for very long. Well, there you go. Right, we're going to stick that in there. We're going to give it a whiff, see what we can sniff, and check out the smell, the scent, the aroma. Ooh, now, this, the last one, the Yorkshire Treacle, said was very licoricey. Very licoricey and sort of tart, dark chocolate. Well, that was more in the taste, but the smell was all licorice. They said they'd had a treacle to it, but I was getting licorice. This I'm getting more, again, roasted malts, so like sort of a burnt toasty smell, bready burnt toast smell. Again, quite smoky on the smell, but I'm getting more coffee on this. Bit, again, sort of espresso-y. Mocha. Yeah, mocha. It's a mocha Chokka Blokka Stout, right? So I can definitely smell some chocolate in there, but I'm getting coffee. Yeah, I'd say it smells like a mocha mixed with burnt toast. I just love it. You know, if you have a look at other beer review channels on YouTube, there's loads now. I mean, I'm late to the game, man. Where have I been? But they come out with some wonderful, fantastic aromas and descriptions of this, that, and the other. So really, I just think I'm talking a lot of rear end stuff, but yeah, I'd say definitely smells like a mocha mixed with burnt toast and a bit of dark chocolate, whatever that means. Right then, get it on, down the old hatchet. So bottoms up, down. It looks like a flat Coke now, doesn't it? The head's really gone on it. I've just rinsed out this glass since the last one, so if it's me, if it's my fault, well, it's my own fault, isn't it? As my other half would say, it's your own fault. Bottoms up, down the old hatchet. Rather high pitch, sorry about that. Oh, getting sort of a bit of a head back, but not much. Apologies if the noise in the background, it's my boiler. I think it don't need servicing again soon because it doesn't half loudly whir. So apologies in other videos if you watched it and you can hear this humming in the background. That is my boiler that's actually behind you there in the kitchen. And it used to be quite quiet, but I think it's knocking on a bit now in age and it seems to be rather noisy. Coming back to the beer, what am I getting taste wise? So it's nowhere near as bitter on the back end, the aftertaste. The Yorkshire Treacle, the Ossett Brewery we just had, was really quite tart and tangy on the back end. This is not. It doesn't taste. I know when I initially poured it, I said, oh, it's quite hissy and fizzy. There is a bit of fizz in the mouthfeel, but it doesn't taste like it's got as much body as the Yorkshire Treacle. Whether or not that accounts for it not having much of a head, I don't know. I'm trying to get it reactivated, but it still looks pretty good. Lacing wise, sticking to the glass a tad. So I'll give it its dues. It's not, don't get me wrong, this is not a horrible beer. This is actually really quite nice in terms of the flavours, which we'll get on to because that's what I'm supposed to be talking about. And I'm waffling. I apologise. I'm just wondering if that Yorkshire Treacle's really should have had like a palate cleanser or something. I am getting, it's stouty, it is stouty, but it's not really rich stouty, it's very light. That's why I said it doesn't feel like it's got much of a body compared to the Yorkshire Treacle. Maybe I should have done this first and then the Yorkshire Treacle afterwards. The reason I did this afterwards is because of how it's described, Chokka Blokka. I thought that would be like a nice rich treat at the end. And I do remember it being more sort of chocolatey when I had it last time. But I'm struggling a bit. It's not bad, don't get me wrong, it's not bad. I just think that Yorkshire treacle really hit my taste buds. There are some beers you can have. I always think one beer can reflect on what you've had before, as I've said before on the channel, and I do think that maybe that Yorkshire treacle was a bit pow, and this is not so much. I am getting chocolate notes. I'm definitely getting the roasted malt that's in there, because that's what you get on stouts primarily, isn't it? For those of you that's drunk a Guinness, you'll know it. It's sort of, the malt is the main taste that you get. Trying to pick up the chocolate, the mocha. It's not smoky, or sure, sometimes stouts, or I think more porters and stouts, but they can have like a smoky, chalky sort of taste, which is, if it gets that rich and it's really smoky and chalky, that's what sort of puts me off. This isn't like that. It is really light drinking for a stout, actually. It doesn't feel heavy. You know, back in the day when you used to have Guinness, you'd have a couple of pints of Guinness, it felt like you had a meal. This is like resting on the top of my stomach here quite nicely, actually. I mean, I've gone through half of it and I still haven't described the taste. That's why I think the Yorkshire treacles really drown out the taste on this. It's pleasant, the mouthfeel is nice. There you go, I've got a bit more lace in now. I'm just trying to get it to do something. Sorry about this, we're like 12 minutes in and I've not really described anything. Smell it. Yeah, it is sort of chocolatey. It's nowhere near as powerful as that Yorkshire treacle I just had. Should have had this first. Didn't realise it was the same strength. I thought this was a bit stronger. So my apologies. This is making out to be a really poor review. Right, I'll quickly run through the taste and I'll read the can and then we'll call it a day, because I think I'm boring myself here. I'm getting roasted malt, it's there in abundance. I'm getting the roasted malt. I am getting, it's coming through a bit more now. I think the taste of that's going away a bit and the taste of this is coming in a bit more. Not really getting chocolate that much, but I am getting coffee. So I am getting like an espresso, sort of black coffee sort of taste. It's nowhere near as, it was more present actually in the Guinness than this. Say this is called a Chokka Blokka Stout. Oh, Chokka Blokka Mocha Stout, sorry. Chokka Blokka Mocha Stout. Really like the can design, by the way. And when I had it before, the last time I had it, I thought it was marvellous. So I do genuinely think that Yorkshire treacle has drowned this out a bit, which it can do so. It also said it had Cascade hops in it, which is, to me, a bit unusual for a stout. That's probably explained the bitterness on the back end of the Ossip one that we did before this. Really wish I hadn't done this. What I might do actually is I might re-review this if they have it again in a Lidl craft beer festival, which will probably be a bit later on in the year, maybe about April time, April, May I think they do one. If they sell this, I'll do another can of it and I'll just review it on its own. I'll drink it before I drink anything else. I really do think it's the Yorkshire treacle's let it down, as I've said now numerous times. Right, have a quick read on the back. This Mayan inspired brew, Mayan inspired. See, I said about the looks like a sort of Aztec Mayan temple thing from what's it? Mayan Mexico. That's what I meant. Mayan inspired brew is a mocha lover's delight, a blend of coffees from around the world combined with cacao nibs to deliver an intense stout for the ages. Maybe that's the coffee bit I was getting in, is the cacao. I'm actually tasting it. It's taken that long in the beer for me to actually taste it. I am now getting... It's like... If you've ever had... If you're a coffee fan and you let the coffee go cold, sometimes you can drink it and you think, whoa, that's drying my mouth out a bit. That's the sort of flavour you get from this. It's not drying my mouth out, I'm just trying to explain the cold coffee, and sometimes it can dry your mouth out. That is actually what I'm getting from this. I'm getting more coffee, not getting any chocolate. I wouldn't say it's a mocha, Chokka Blokka Mocha, and it says dark rich chocolate on the bottom of the can. I'm not getting that. I am getting coffee, like dry your mouth out cold coffee, but without it really drying my mouth out. But it does taste quite thin after the Osset one. Should have done this first. Lesson learned. Excuse me. That's from the fizz in it as well. I'd give it a thumbs up though. It's not a bad beer. It is nice. I'm actually now getting the taste when I've nearly finished the can, and we're 16 minutes into the review. Just a shame that I had that one first, because I really think it's affected it. Yeah, £1.69 now. Come on, £1.69 a can. I mean, I think it's actually, funnily enough, I think it's more expensive on their actual website. But if they do that in Lidl, March, April, May time, whenever they get their first craft beer festival, go get some. It is definitely worth the £1.69, £1.79 a can, whatever it is. Might be even cheaper than that. I think it might be £1.59. But these craft beer festivals at Lidl, they only seem to be on for a couple of weeks, and these things sell like hotcakes, like hot cross buns at Easter. So, Williams Brothers, go check them out. Williams Brothers, there's the logo. Has it got their website on? WilliamsBrosBrew.com. Don't know if the camera will pick that up. No. WilliamsBrosBrew.com. Yeah, Alloa. Hey, I got something right for once. There you go, Chokka Blokka Stout. Like I said, thumbs up, it's great. I just shouldn't have had that first beer first. That is the end of our dark beer day reviews for now. But we'll do some more dark beers again in the future, because I do like a good stout every now and again. Even though I like the hoppy as hell stuff, it warms you up in the winter. Stay safe, everyone out there. Hopefully we can all go to a pub soon and have a proper pint of ale. But in the meantime, like, share, subscribe, and ciao for now, people.